Today, we're diving into one of the weirdest and most popular gaming trends out there. It's a challenge where the whole point is to, well, do almost nothing at all. Yeah, you heard that right. Let's get into this wild world of self-imposed digital lockdown. I mean, just think about it for a second. In a game like Minecraft, which is all about exploring, building, moving, what if the entire goal was to do the opposite? What if your biggest enemy wasn't a creeper or a zombie, but just the simple urge to take one little step? And that's where we get to the 24-hour couch challenge. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like. You pick one spot, just one single block in this huge, chaotic world, and your job is to survive a full day and night without moving at all. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Huh, not even close. You see, this challenge totally flips the game on its head. It stops being about how far you can travel and becomes all about how long you can just last. It's like this bizarre endurance race where the finish line is the exact same spot as the starting line. Okay, so what are the actual rules here? Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the unbreakable vows a player has to take. And believe me, they sound simple, but they are brutal. All right, here are the core constraints. It's pretty straightforward. You start on one block. You absolutely cannot leave that block. You have to survive for a full 24 in-game hours, and you can only use whatever you can reach from that spot. Talk about a test of resourcefulness, right? And this is what I love about it. The mental shift is huge. Your entire world just shrinks down to the size of your own 2 feet. You stop being an adventurer, and you become this tiny, solitary island, just hoping, praying that the world will bring you what you need to survive. So you're probably thinking, okay, I just stand there? Big deal. How hard could that possibly be? Oh, my friend. This is where the game itself basically decides to fight back. Suddenly, not moving becomes the most dangerous thing you can do. And that's the real trap, isn't it? In Minecraft, standing still doesn't make you invisible. Nope, it makes you a target. The world keeps on spinning and spawning and coming right for you. And check this out, you can really see how the danger ramps up. During the day, it's all about the internal struggle, right? You're fighting off starvation, you've got 0 resources, but then night falls. And that's when the real party starts. Zombies, skeletons, all those hostile mobs start showing up, and you're just a sitting duck with absolutely nowhere to run. So what this all comes down to is this insane imbalance. Look at this. It's you on one single block versus an infinite world. You've got 0 resources. The world has limitless resources. Your only goal is to survive. The world's goal? To keep evolving and, well, probably to get rid of you. It is the ultimate underdog story. All right, so with odds like that, how in the world does anyone actually pull this off? Well, this is the part where the challenge stops being about just sitting there patiently and turns into a masterclass of pure creative ingenuity. And this is the secret sauce. Right here. If you can't move your body, your brain has to do all the work. You have to outsmart the game itself. You've got to somehow take your biggest weakness, being stuck, and turn it into your biggest advantage. Okay, so here's a classic play-by-play. First, you just wait. It all starts with a little bit of luck. You're hoping a tree sapling or something useful just happens to spawn nearby. If you can get your hands on it, you plant it. Then you can harvest the wood, and that wood lets you craft some basic tools. And with those tools, you can start to slowly, piece by painful piece, build out your tiny one-block home into something you can actually live on. And you can see that whole journey right here. That first hour, that's just pure desperate survival mode, just trying not to die. But look, by hour 12, you might hit a bit of stability. You've got a small platform, maybe a wooden sword. But if you make it to hour 24, you're not just surviving anymore. You are thriving in your own little self-made kingdom. Which brings us to the biggest question of all. Why? Why are literally millions of people tuning in to watch somebody do nothing? Let's dig into the psychology behind this, because it's actually pretty fascinating. It pretty much boils down to a few key things. 1, we just love seeing clever problem solving. 2, we're suckers for an underdog story, right? 3, there's that constant high-stakes suspense. One wrong move and it's over. And finally, it's just this amazing story of resilience. You know, seeing someone make something out of nothing. And the numbers don't lie. Look at that. It's totally normal for these videos to hit 10 million views or even more. This isn't some tiny niche thing anymore. It's a full-blown cultural phenomenon, and it's all tapping into those basic things we love to watch. Because really, when you get right down to it, that's the whole story. It's about taking something totally restrictive, like being confined to one spot, and turning it into this incredible opportunity for creation. It's proof that you can build an entire world from literally nothing. So I guess it's the final thought I want to leave you with. When we watch these digital struggles, are we just watching a game? Or does our fascination maybe say something deeper about us, about our own desire to take whatever limitations we have and build something amazing anyway? Something to think about.